Alain Pukudan, a farmer with a different mission. In his village, Payangadi, in Kannur district of Kerala, he has been incessantly nurturing mangroves along the Payangadi river banks. A task he has been single-mindedly pursuing for the past 7 years.
Without these mangroves, fishes and river, there is no life for us. Out of ignorance, people used to destroy mangroves. The threat is still there.
Why has Pukudan selected the solitary self-imposed mission of planting mangroves?
After I quit politics, there was a vacuum in my life and something was needed to keep me engaged. I had to face many obstacles in pursuing the mission of preserving mangroves.
Being a farmer who learned his lessons from nature, he had noticed the alarming decrease of mangrove forests along the river banks. This, he found, had led to a decline in the quantity of fish and an increase in the soil erosion, posing a threat to the existence of the village fisher folk.
I made a beginning 7 years ago. After several experiments, I succeeded in growing mangroves. Now there are around 6,000 trees along these stretches.
Mangrove forests in Kerala are spread over a small area of about 50 square kilometers, half of which is in Kannur district. Mangroves are woody plants which form an ecosystem of their own along seacoasts and estuaries. They are found primarily in marshy intertidal zones where fresh water of the rivers mixes with the salt water of the sea. Because of their ability to grow in salt water, mangroves can be put in the ecological category halophytes. More than 15 different species of mangroves are found in Kerala. Some of the commonly found species are Rhizophora mucronata, Rhizophora apiculata, Acanthus ilicifolius, Bruguiera cylindrica, and Aegiceras corniculatum. The flora of the ecosystem is made up of certain mangrove associates as well. Important among them are Calamus rotang, Pandanus canarinus, and Cerbera mangus. Due to their peculiar habitat, these plants exhibit a number of adaptations. Plants belonging to the species Rhizophora have adventitious roots which arise from the stem or branch and grow obliquely downwards to fix the plant firmly in the soil. These are called stilt roots. This root system serves as a wall against strong waves and winds. Another notable adaptation is the breathing roots found in plants belonging to the species Avicennia, Acanthus, Sonaracea, and others. These breathing roots are branches of the root system that grow negatively geotropically, that is, growing upwards, jutting out of the ground. These roots, called pneumatophores, have interconnected air spaces in them, which help the plants absorb air and grow in air-deficient swampy soils. This meshwork of roots collect clay and sand brought by water during high tide and help build land. Therefore, mangroves are known as land builders.
The mangrove ecosystem serves several important purposes. It's indeed a good nursery for prawns, fishes and crabs. They come here in large numbers from the sea to breed.
Pukudan is not wrong. Mangrove forests contain plenty of organic material resulting from the decay of dead leaves and plants. This provides an excellent medium for the growth of fishes, prawns, crabs, and other aquatic animals. Mangroves show some xerophytic characteristics, that is, the features of plants found in deserts or dry soils. The fleshy leaves with water-storing tissues and the thick and shiny cuticle on the leaf surface are some of these xerophytic traits.
It wasn't easy to collect saplings. I have to go to far-off places to collect the saplings as they are not available in my locality.
Quite a few species, such as the Bruguera, have adapted to viviparous germination. The solitary seed of the fruit, while on the mother plant itself, develops a pointed greenish radicle, the primary root. When fully mature, it falls down, penetrating the soil. The radicle will produce the root system, and the plumule produces the shoot system to grow under the care of the mother tree. Pukuden collects these saplings from far-off places and brings them to his home. He will then plant them at the appropriate time along the banks of the Parayangadi river.
I had to overcome many hardships during these years. Some people used to dissuade me and some used to destroy the saplings.
But he continues his work relentlessly. Pukuden's duty does not end with the planting of saplings. He nurtures them at every stage of their growth. Mangrove plants of all ages from 1 to 7 years growing luxuriantly along the Parayangadi river stand testimony to his priceless service. Like the flora, the fauna of the mangrove ecosystem is also diverse. Mangrove forests are a favorite nesting and roosting place for birds from far and near. These beautiful visitors include the red-bottled lapwings, the common sandpiper, the grey heron, and the green shank. Edible mussels, barnacles, shells, and various kinds of other aquatic animals are abundant in the ecosystem. Besides being a nursery of prawns and fishes, it is home to a wide variety of crabs. From the cute hermit crab to the more colorful fiddler crab. The mangrove ecosystem is also home to a variety of snakes. Apart from these, their ability to check salt water from entering the nearby fields and wells and their utility value as a great supplier of fodder and firewood add to their merit. While planting the first set of mangrove saplings, Pukuden was not aware that his activity would help revive the ecosystem and contribute to the well-being of the people in and around it. Public attention and recognition soon came his way, but Pukuden continues to live a simple farmer's life, not bothering about the recognition. His only satisfaction is that he has become the torchbearer of a silent revolution for the protection of mangrove forests.
Many movements have sprouted up in different parts of the state for the protection of mangroves.
These movements assume importance in the light of the fact that acres of mangrove forests are being destroyed in the name of development. Pukuden's efforts are now being widely emulated. Recently, the Kerala State Forest Department, in association with the National Highways Department, has started a forestry park at Talasheri, near Kannur, where mangroves are being grown. Non-governmental organizations too have joined such efforts. Despite his failing health and eyesight, Pukkudan continues with his noble mission. Where will we place him in history? A selfless lover of nature, or an ordinary being who silently pursued a great revolution, heralding a new trend to be followed by every one of us?